Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. I am getting my tablet working. Looks like it is, so yay for that. So make sure you say hello when you pop on. Just a reminder, my lives are done on Facebook. So those of you who watch this on YouTube, you are watching the recorded video. Sorry, I'm dropping things. Typical me, right? All right, so today is Tuesday, the very last day of April 2024. So I wanted to do a couple of quick reminders. The last chance products are still available today. Those that are not sold out. I have to do that disclaimer. I couldn't tell you what is what. But there's like a ginormous list. So, in case you wanted to remember that this is the catalog. Obviously mine is spiral bound. And this is the mini catalog. And both of these end today. And there are things retiring in both. There are things carrying over in both. One of the things I want to remind you is if it says the bundle is retiring, but it doesn't state that the stamp set and or dies punches are retiring, then they will carry over, just not at the bundled price. Okay? All right, so what does that mean? Big excitement. So let's all be like really, really excited here. And let me see if I'm grabbing the right one. I know. I was a little slow on the uptake on that, but I've had this forever and I'm still learning what button goes where. This catalog goes live tomorrow. Yes! So, as of now, I'm considering doing a catalog walkthrough because this catalog is different from many of our others. And I know I've heard from a few of you that you love the new design. So, I'm so happy to hear that because I'll be honest, it took me a minute. But I love it now too. So, that's very cool. So, this comes out tomorrow. I'll have a different hostess code tomorrow also. So, if you're shopping for the retired things today, the last day of April 2024, I believe today is the 30th. You go to MemoryINKers.com. That is my Stampin' Up! Website. If you have questions, email me at MemoryINKers@gmail.com or comment here. The April 2024 hostess code is F as in Frank, E as in Edward, T as in Tommy, M as in Michael, J as in Jeff, U as in Umbrella, R as in Robert, Y as in Yellow. Okay, so got that out of the way. All right, so now let's play. Yay! So, I was trying to decide what I was going to do for you guys. Oh, and I have to say thank you. Someone sent me this beautiful card, one of my dear customers, and I'm going to cover that up, but look how cute. It's using some retired product, but it's just very, very cute. So thank you very much. My birthday's not till the end of May, but hey, I'll take cards early. Who doesn't like receiving a card? Not us, right? Because we are card makers. Okay, so I was playing around with some new product. This is Spotlight on Nature, and it is bundled with, hang on, I always have to hunt things down. It's called Spotlight on Nature Dies. And you guys have seen these before. I've shown them before. So it's 2 pages of different circles, and they kind of intermatch. Like one batch has smaller circumferences than the other batch, and they kind of can be mixed and matched together. So we are going to be using one of these today. We're using this one, obviously, because I still forgot to poke out all the holes out of it. But I'm going to show you another card where I used this one, and these two are about the same size. So you'll see. But anyway, this is a bundle and the Spotlight on Nature stamp set, which I just love. I love it, love it, love it. So this is from the new catalog. You can get them both together, the circles and the stamp set for $52. It's number 163581, starting tomorrow. Okay. Separately, the stamps are $23, the dies are $35. Okay. I am also going to be using this ginormous, there's no better word, ginormous embossing folder. Now, I have to tell you, when I first used it, I was surprised. It's not a 3D. It's not, look at that. It's just like freaks me out. It's so huge. It's not a 3D embossing folder, but it embosses gorgeous. So we're going to use that today. So I'm going to emboss that with some basic white. I have some basic gray here that I am going to fold for my card base. And this is the regular 5.5 by 8.5 that you fold to 4 1/4, right? You guys are used to that. And then I have a piece of basic gray that I'm going to use to cut that out with. So those are going to go over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in a minute. This is for the inside of the card. This is for the outside of the card. And then I have some awesome new gems. These are new. I know I showed them to you guys before. But they are silver and, I believe, smoky slate and basic gray. So they're all grays. They're kind of, this is kind of a silvery gray, but if you look at it close, it is gray. So yeah, these are coming out too. So we're going to be using those. Love them. All right. And I am actually using this. You guys know I love this group of dies. This is called the Stylish Shapes dies. And you will not see them in the catalog really. I think they're mentioned on a page, which we'll talk about that tomorrow. But they are still available online. So many things have switched over to being online to make the catalog smaller. At first, that kind of bugged me. But most of us shop online. I mean, hello, Amazon has changed the world on the way we shop, right? So anyway, so I'm going to be using this one. It's the biggest of the circle dies. And what I like about it is it fits, it cuts out really good for this so that this die will be able to mat. Okay, so that's going to be done too. All right, so now here we go. So my card for this one is going to be done in landscape mode. So in case you don't know, I think most of you do, but this way is considered landscape and this way is considered portrait. Think about pictures and paintings, how you normally see them done, and it makes perfect sense. So this one will be done in landscape. And then I am using basic gray ink for my stamping, and I grabbed some blends in the new colors. This is Pretty in Pink, and this is actually an old color. This is Old Olive. It's current, but it's an old color. And look, you guys, oh my gosh, look. Do you know what this is? This is my Take Your Pick tool, and I remembered it. Yes, thank you. I know it's pretty amazing. I'm looking for my round of applause, and I don't see it. I know somewhere I have a round of applause. I think this is it. There we go. Yay me. I know. Crazy, right? All right, so anyway, so I have that. So yay, everything is cool. All right, so this is actually going to go on the front of the card, and I'm going to be using the thanks from the stamp set and this beautiful image. And again, I'm using the basic gray ink. So I'm going to stamp kind of sort of in the center. This piece right here, this white piece, is 4x4 in case that matters to you. And then this is going to be on the inside. I probably should have a scrap of paper, but I'll move it up here so that when I stamp and it goes off, it doesn't make a huge mess. So there we go. That's for the inside of my card. And I'm actually not going to color this one. You can, I know. Isn't that cool, Crystal? I know. It's like so amazing. Oh, I closed this too soon. And then I have the thanks because I want that on there too. So I'm going to put thanks right here by the flowers. There we go. All right. So now I have everything the way I want it. But like I said, I am not going to color this piece. Personally, I think this image looks really beautiful in the basic gray. I just think it's very pretty. And I debated on doing that for the front of the card, but I decided, you know, I'll color it for you guys because I want to show you guys the other card that I made too. So I'm just using regular liquid glue. I've had a lot of questions about my adhesive bundle that I will have at Megameet. I will have a limited supply of them available. And if you pick up, it's gorgeous. I agree, Crystal. If you pick it up at Megameet, you will get it for $35. And that's going to include the 5 adhesives, the bag, the little bottle for fine gluing. Those two, the bag and the little bottle, those are free. But you're saving 10% on the product before tax and shipping. But at Megameet, it's just $35. If you are interested in purchasing that, but you're not going to Megameet, I can do that for you, but that's a Megameet special, so I am going to have to charge you for the shipping and stuff, okay? Shipping to you mostly. All right, so there we go. That part is done. Now I'm going to color this piece, and I'm going to start with the light Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to use the brush end. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, you guys, for this. And I know you've seen me use blends plenty of times. And sometimes I think I don't need to do that with you guys. But then I watch other demonstrators, and they always show themselves coloring. And so, you know, I thought not everybody does, you know how to do this. So it's very simple. You do need to, this is an alcohol-based marker. Our blends markers are alcohol. And you don't want to go too close to the edge because it will bleed. If you hold it in one place too long, it bleeds out. Okay? So I wanted to show you that. Also, it bleeds through. Okay? All right, so my flowers are done first in the light Pretty in Pink. And so what's everybody doing? The weather in Michigan today is quite pretty. We had some serious rain the last few days, just like buckets and buckets. But today is supposed to stay dry all day. We'll see. It's Michigan. And then we're going to get rain again later in the week. But hey, let's enjoy the happy weather. So how's the weather where you are today? I always like to know that. So, okay. Now I'm going to take the dark Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to think about where I am highlighting this, okay? So my flower, I can see where the leaves are behind other leaves. So that is definitely where I'm going to want to add some darkness. And then you can follow the artist's rendering. This one actually happens to be the very top leaf. And then here, this is behind again. So you want to give it a little bit of shading. And then this one seems to be the farthest in the back. So I'm going to give it just a little bit. It's very subtle. I'm not sure how much you're catching on that on the video, but it's very subtle. Here on this one, this is the one that is furthest back. So I'm going to go ahead and let that be darker. And then again here, this one is behind the other one. This is the top one. So I'm being a little less with it. And then again, another one that is behind. Then we got this teeny tiny one, kind of the same thing. So there we go. There is my flowers. Now, you can take more time. You can mix colors and everything. That's the wonderful things about blends. Oh, really? Okay, you've got the 80s in Virginia. That's awesome. So you guys aren't getting our rain. I'm kind of surprised. I thought it was heading east. So I thought you might be getting it. So Anyway, I'm going to be using the light old olive. I brought the dark old olive here, but I don't know that I'm going to use it. And I'm just going to very carefully go down the stem. And I could have used the pointy end, but if you're careful and you just barely tap the surface with it, you can get a thinner line. You just need to go slow. And see, I went outside the line there, right there. I can see it, but it's okay. I'm all right with it. And then I'm going to color in all of these leaves. The leaves are so skinny that I don't know that I'm going to add any of the darker. I'm going to be very careful because these are pointy, but I want to kind of get some green up there. There we go. So you got to be really careful with these like really pointy parts. If you want to add the green, you don't really have to. But you know, this has brought me back to coloring. When I first started doing Stampin' Up, I really enjoyed using the watercolor pencils. I forgot this branch right there. I really enjoyed them. And then, who remembers we had watercolored crayons? Those were the bomb. They're still my favorite. They're still my favorite. Of course, I haven't used them in a while, so, you know, I might change my tune if I got to use them again. But blends have become just so relaxing, and I think it's because they go on so smooth. They just really make me happy. Okay, so there is all of the coloring, and I am going to cut this out with this, and I'm going to cut out this gray with this, and then I am going to emboss this basic white with this mega so swirly embossing folder. So I'm going to zoom back out. I don't know if that's right, but I don't know what's going on here. Okay, thank you, Susan. How are you? I know your weather is probably gorgeous. Okay, so excuse me for just a minute, everybody, while I scoot over, talk amongst yourselves, and I start to cut things out. Oops, just realized I had a lot of fuzzy stuff on there. So, I'm going to start by cutting out my flowers and the basic gray circle. How many of you have a cut and emboss machine or a, you know, similar, the Big Shot or one of the other die cutting machines? I love die cutting. It's one of my favorite things. You know what though? I mean, honestly, I say that, and what is not my favorite thing in crafting anymore? It's like, sometimes I feel like I'm kind of confusing you guys, because I'll go, oh, well, this is my favorite and that is my favorite, and so much of it is my favorite that I kind of get lost in it. All right, so while I'm doing this, I'm trying to decide where I want the swirls to be. There is a line down here for when you are embossing. Oh, yeah, well, you can have the rain, Crystal. Although, isn't it humid down in Florida? Anyways, you can move it around so you can decide how much swirly you want where. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down there. The other one I'm going to show you, I did it differently. Actually, I'm not going to do that because you know why? I don't want all this blank on this card. I want it up here. I want more swirl, as much swirl as I can get. So there we go. So see, now it's in there crooked, but it's a swirl, so who cares? At least I don't. Then I will put that on my machine and push it through. And it is fighting me. Hold on. Now I did this before and I had to figure out how to get it through. That's what it is. Okay. Because like I said, I thought it was a 3D embossing folder, but it is not. Wow. I think I put it in crooked because it's really wanting to fight me going through right now. There we go. Yep. And that's when you know you got it good, when it funks. All right, so now I'm going to grab all of my pieces. And I have my awesome basic gray circle and my thanks circle and my swirly. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? And the cool thing about it is you could use either side. Okay? I'm going to use the side that's supposed to be the top. And if you did not know, when you see a folder where the Stampin' Up! Logo is for embossing, that is usually the top. All right? Although on a lot of embossing folders, it really doesn't matter. But I wanted to let you guys know that. This is also available in the new catalog. All right, so let me put some of my dies away before I lose them. All right, so now we're going to start putting it together. Remember, I did the inside and I left it plain. It's just so pretty, just like that. I just love it. All right, so that's going to go on there. That's going to go on there. So let us get started with where we want to go. So if you look at this, it just barely fits on there. But let me put it on here so you can see. But I like it. I just think it's fun. Now the other one I did a different design. So I'm going to ask you guys what you think. I colored the flowers the same though. Probably should put a little more on the edges, huh? Okay. And now I'm going to try and squeeze this in here. I'm so excited. I'm finally going to get my nails done on Thursday because they've gotten too long and I don't like this glitter that I put on them to just hold them together. Okay. So now I have that and I have that. Okay. So it's pretty, right? It's kind of simplistic, but I wanted to add some form of ribbon or thread, and I have, this is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and it's a little bit lighter gray, but I'm okay with it. So I am going to use my Stampin' Seal. You guys have seen me do this before, and I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to de-emboss my piece, but I want something to catch the thread. And you guys know that I am cheap, so I sometimes will wrap the twine all the way around, but I am not going to this time unless it chooses and refuses to stay. Thank you. So I'm going to just take it across, grab my adhesive on this side, and then twist it back where I want it, like so. Now it's easier, probably physically easier and faster to do it the other way, but look at how much I've saved in Baker's Twine. Not that Baker's Twine is expensive. Oh, really? There's no humidity. Huh. Every time I go to Florida, I don't know exactly. I mean, I know where you live, but I don't know like where you live. Like for me in Michigan, I can tell you I live right here. You know, about where I have that little scratch on my hand. So, but I don't know where you are in Florida directionally. Oh, look, see how that pulled? So now I can just grab it and pull it down again. Now, if that bothers you and you're a little worried about it coming loose, what is our buddy in the craft room? Tape. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just because I think I put my adhesive strips in not necessarily the best place. So there we go. Now I don't have to worry about those going anywhere. All right. So then I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I think this would have been really cute with a little bow made with the thread, but my nails are too long, and the last thing I want to do is try to tie a skinny little bow with them while you watch. Thank you. No, thank you. All right, so I know that and look at my ribbons are a little on the crooked side. So move that one over. That looks better. And set that. And this is going nice and flat because it already has quite a bit of dimension, right? But this is another story. This needs dimensionals. And I am looking for what I have here. Let me grab some out of my drawer because I'm running low in my video box. So I want to avoid the thread. I don't want to put anywhere the thread is. So I know that this is my top. So I'm going to put one off to the side of the top and off to the side of the top. And then off to the side of the bottom. And whoops. And again at the bottom. That one's a little closer than I would have liked. But hey, no one should see it. So now when I put it, the thread's going to go here and it won't lift up. So I'm going to put this off center like this. I'm trying to see if I'm even. Guess I need to stand up because I can't see it while I'm sitting. Okay, so that's really cute all by itself, right? But we don't want to forget bling. So let me pull out, this is called Basic Grain Smoky Slate Pearls, and they're $7.50 in the new catalog, number 163416, for when you are shopping tomorrow. So there are several edges for your Take Your Pick tool. I like to use the little, well, I'll show you the two difference. I need to put my refill on this one, but sometimes I use both. So I'm actually, when I put this one down, I want to find a flat surface for it. So I'm going to put that right there where it's not bumped up. And then should go to the same side. Put one there. And you know, I've said it a bazillion times, go with uneven numbers. I don't know if I like that one there. Now that I've put the other two on. So I'm going to see if I can, I'll see if I can take it off. Oh, I did. Okay, good. So, hang on, I'm thinking. I'm going to put it right here instead. I think that looks a little better. So, there is my card today. I hope you guys like it. I love that it's in some kind of monochromatic, except for the flowers and the leaves. It's kind of fun. Yes, I know my things is crooked. So let me show you my other one. This one, I colored the flower and the leaves the same, but I made this one portrait. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Crystal. And then instead of basic gray, I used Pretty in Pink. I don't know how much you can tell, but I used a different dye in the background here for this piece. Right here, and then the ribbon just behind it, and different dots. Those are the 20, 24, 26 in color dots. There's two different in that color. So anyway, I hope you guys like these. I'm hoping if you're coming to Mega Meet, I know Thursdays, especially Thursday mornings, are usually massive chaos. And I don't necessarily have time to talk to everybody, but please try to get my attention if you're a usual watcher, especially, or whenever. If you just, if you watch my videos, I would love for you to say hello, because it's just fun. That's the best part about Mega Meet, is seeing people. Also, you're going to see that I have a lot of gatherings scheduled. I'm so used to calling them classes, but I think I'm going to start calling them gatherings because I think we like to gather. In fact, I'm adding something special. So I'll get more into that later. All right, you guys, happy last day of April. Don't forget, this is the last day to order from the current catalogs. I'm going to grab them again. This annual catalog and this mini catalog. So some of the items are carrying over, of course, but if there's things in here or bundles that you love, you want to get it. And then tomorrow, ta-da, we're going to be doing the annual catalog. So it's very exciting. All right, you guys, have a blessed and wonderful week. We'll see you soon. Bye.